guys, it's your boy Fire Asset here today. This is actually my first video ever, so if you guys could please subscribe and like the video and tell your friends about me, that would make my life a whole lot easier. Thanks. And yeah, let me get right into this. Yeah, this video is about the time that my 6-year-old literacy teacher actually bragged to a bunch of 12-year-olds, and if you don't like the video, then he's actually gonna come to your house and dunk on you, and then he's gonna default dance on you as you cry because you got dunked on by a 6-year-old man. Anyways, so this is how it starts. So we're in class one day, and usually we just work the entire time, but this is the day before spring break. So he says, "Alright guys, if you guys get your work done, we'll go out and we'll do something fun out by the library." I'm like, "Alright, bet." So my table gets completely done. So we get out there and we start heading down to the library. And we used to play this game called Silent Ball in that class because there's 3 teams at my middle school, gold team, blue team, and white team. And basically, I'm on gold team. So my teacher played this game called Silent Ball and shared it with the white team literacy teacher. Anyways, so we're going to play Silent Ball, and we're all hyped because this is like the game to be playing in class. So we get out to the library and we start playing, and usually our literacy teacher just uses it as a way to get grades done while everyone's silent, because you have to be silent, and if you talk, you're out. Anyways, so he uses it for a time to grade papers and stuff like that. But this time, he starts playing with us. And yeah, I think it's real cool and everything that he's playing with us, interacting with his students. But hey, he starts playing, and we're playing, and he is destroying little kids. He is throwing the ball as hard as he can. And remember, while he is 60 years old, he doesn't look like he's 60. He looks like he's a good 50, early 50s. So this kid, he's still throwing bullets. And so when he throws it, bounces off the kid's chest and just goes right off. And I'm one of the athletes in my class, and we have 4 athletes in that class who are all pretty decent, not to mention the other literacy class for white team. Anyways, so they're out there and we're all playing, and he gets a couple of kids out, and so one of the athletic kids passes it to him. And then our literacy teacher just goes ham on this kid, chucks it as hard as he can, and gets him out. And so that's kind of upsetting. When you get out because a 60-year-old man just, threw a Tom Brady bullet pass right at your gut, it doesn't feel too good. It doesn't feel too good to get out that way. So anyways, so we keep playing. It's me and my friend, and then one other kid left on the other side, and then our teacher. So the teacher gets it, throws it at my friend. My friend gets out because, bullet passes, Tom Brady, equals something to my teacher. Honestly, I think my teacher might have been throwing them faster than Tom Brady, honestly. So he gets my friend out. So it's me and then another athletic kid in that class, in the other class for white team. And so my teacher is like, yeah, he's excited because he's in the top 3 because he's playing against a bunch of 12-year-olds in this game. And so I throw it, and I get out because, I threw a great pass right to the teacher. He drops it, and it says, "Blake, you're out because you threw a bad pass." And it's like, bro, that was literally right to you. You just dropped it, and you're bad. But I can't say that because, I ain't the type of kid to, get in trouble for yelling at the teachers because I lost in a game. I don't give it a second thought. I sit down, I'm out, and it's him and that other athletic kid. So the athletic kid gets it, tries to get the teacher out. Teacher catches it one-handed, bragging that he caught a 12-year-old's ball, and then he super chucks it at this kid as hard as he possibly can, right at this kid. And I don't know if you've ever seen Tom Brady throw a bullet pass from 2 yards out, but that is what he did. It was moving so fast, and it just hits the kid, and it goes in, and it goes right back out. Hits his chest, goes through his hands, hits his chest, bounces out, and our teacher wins. He is so excited. He puts his arms up in the air. He starts celebrating, And then we go into the second game, same thing happens. He wins again. And then this is where it was kind of dumb. So this girl, she's doing pretty good, and she's catching them, and then she's throwing them, and she's doing pretty decent. And she gets a pass thrown to the teacher that she thought maybe was for her from one of the other kids on the other side of the room. Freaking chucks it across the other side of the room, and she barely touches it with maybe her fingernail, and it doesn't do anything to the ball. And our literacy teacher catches it. He catches it, and then it just falls right through his arms. And then he's like, "Oh, you're out because the pass was to you." It was not to him. You could tell by the look on the kid's face you threw it that was obviously the teacher. And so he's, destroying 12-year-olds. And then when he gets out, it's like, "No, you're wrong. That pass was so to you." It wasn't even close to the girl. Way over her head. She had to jump to touch it. But no, she's out, And, so our literacy teacher wins 3 out of the 4 games. And, every time he wins, throws his arms up in the air and starts yelling about how he won. And it's like, bro, you're literally 60 years old. Sit down. Why don't you just die in your grave already? And it's like, he keeps celebrating, and he keeps celebrating. And it's like, seriously, shut up. Nobody cares. You're 60. You're playing against a bunch of 12-year-olds. What do you want them to do? Throw it at the old man? Throw it at his face so he can't catch it? Yeah, I don't feel like getting suspended because my teacher's a little baby. And so, basically, we play 4 games of this silent ball game that we play all the time. And our teacher just wins 3 of them and is the happiest man alive that he won 3 games out of the 4 because he was playing against a bunch of 12-year-olds. The fact that he didn't win all of them is actually kind of sad because, it's the 6-year-old kid who's... Did I say kid? I said kid. 6-year-old man who's just, chucking balls like Tom Brady. Bullet pass over the middle, Edelman, touchdown, boys. That's how he's throwing them. And he's bragging about how he's beating these little 12-year-olds. And the girls, oh my God, the girls. They were throwing, they were like trying to do a softball, but it was like, it'd go halfway. They'd like, you can't see me, but I'm making it like, so they bring it up to their head, then they bring their forearm straight up and just let the ball go like they're shot putting it, like they're Nazi saluting. That's how they throw it. And it's hitting the ceiling because, they're throwing it like almost straight up. And so it's hard to win. It's hard to get any wins besides this guy because he's literally playing against so I'd say there's 7 people who compete against this teacher, like at all, have any chance to win against this teacher. And one of them won. It was the first kid, who just got thrown on by our teacher. Absolute freaking bullet pass, if I do say so myself. Tom Brady chuck right at his chest, and then it goes straight back out. I've never seen a ball in general move so fast in my entire life. I thought the ball was going to go right through the kid. And so, our teacher is just, celebrating his butt off because, "Oh, I beat 12-year-olds in silent ball game. I so good." And anyways, I just don't see why you're bragging about beating 12-year-olds, especially the girls who can barely throw shot put Nazi salute type throws into the ceiling, and then you call them out because they accidentally hit the ceiling. And then, so we go back to the classroom, and I'm talking to my friend about it, and we're like, "Oh, why is he even playing? This guy's like 60, 60 years old." And, so we just talked about it on the way there. And I get 3rd place in one of them, and I'm like, I'm so mad because I almost beat the teacher who thought he was good, but I didn't because I had to chuck it all the way across the room. And so, yeah, it was not fun. So anyways, that's how our teacher, bragged about how he was so good against a bunch of middle schoolers. So that was fun. He'd also be the type of teacher, to burn your dog and celebrate it by eating the dog. Yeah, I just said that. Probably isn't relatable at all, but, that type of teacher. Anyways, that's been the story time about how my teacher, beat a bunch of kids, beat a bunch of middle schoolers, and then bragged about it to them. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and share the video with your friends because I need moral support as a human being because I need support. That's just how life works. So if you don't, then just remember my teacher will be waiting, and he is actually watching this video and looking at anyone who watches it, looking at you through a camera, and he sees when you don't like it. So remember, if you don't like the video, he will come to your house and dunk on you, and then he will default dance on you as you're crying that you just got dunked on by an old man. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See ya.